The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host and their guests do not necessarily reflect those of Para X, its affiliates, or its sponsors. It's coming. All these voices.
My name is James Hershey. Right back. That ought to do it. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Staring into the Abyss. I am your host, horror author James Hershey Jr., and with me as always, my co-host, old boy James Ash. How you doing, brother?
Pretty good. How you guys doing, and how's your night going, brother?
On tonight's episode, we're going to be joined by a couple of very special guests. The first is a paranormal investigator. Her name is Tammy, and the last name is Jeremiah or something like that. I can never pronounce it correctly, and for that I infinitely apologize to Tammy every time I talk to her. But I call her Tammy G, so we're going to go with Tammy G for the show so that I don't butcher her name over and over again. So it's paranormal investigator Tammy G. She has many years doing paranormal investigations. She is part of Lost Souls Investigations. And Tammy lives in a house that is extremely haunted. In this home, there is not only a lot of spirit activity, but there's also multiple demons which reside in her home. We've done a couple of different investigations there via Skype, and Tammy has done a lot of investigating there with other people as well. And I can tell you guys, what you're going to hear tonight is going to be unbelievable, okay? But I can vouch for every bit of it. I sat on Skype and I watched as this happened and was a part of it. This is an investigation that we did where we did a Ouija board session with the spirits that are in the home. Now, I have edited this for time so that there's not a lot of dead air for the radio, because otherwise it would go on for hours and it would not be very interesting to listen to for certain sections of it. So I have edited out a lot of the dead air and stuff to condense it down to fit in the show and to make it flow better for you guys. But I want to assure you that I have not edited out anything important. There's nothing that is going to be missing from this that happened that night when we did the investigation. It's only edited for time purposes to cut out the dead air and stuff. I can also tell you that while this Ouija board session was going on, Tammy had lit candles, and the flames on the candles were flickering all over the place, like there was a strong wind in the house, but all the windows were closed. There was also things that were being knocked over and thrown around the house a little bit, and you'll hear some of that on the recording, to where you'll hear things falling over and bumping and stuff like that. We watched on Skype as this was going down and happening, and it was pretty mind-blowing, to be honest with you. So I just want to, before we start this, I want to let you guys know that what you're going to hear is 100% real. And you're going to hear actual conversations through the Ouija board with the spirits of dead people in her home. You are going to hear about the demons which reside in her home. And in this session, there was an absolutely groundbreaking discovery made about how a demon was torturing one of the spirits that lived there. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. This is not something that we ordinarily do, but we do a lot of evidence seeking and investigations outside of the show. The show is primarily a research show where we give you guys research on different topics and discuss it. But this discovery was so amazing that I really just wanted to share it with all of you guys. So this is not going to be a live show, just so you know. I'm live right now talking to you, but I'm going to be playing the Ouija board session that we had, and then I will be back at the end to wrap it up for you. So I hope you guys enjoy this show, and once again, what you're going to hear is not staged. It is not in any way faked. I'm giving you my word on that. And you guys know, if you listen to this show, I always tell you the truth. I don't fake evidence. I don't fake anything. I don't believe in that. What happened this night was amazing. And there was a whole lot of activity going on, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So without further ado, this is going to be me and Old Boy having a Ouija board session with Tammy G, the paranormal investigator, and she has her friend there, Jennifer Heck, who is a psychic medium as well. So that's the other female voice that you will hear on this recording. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
So what we're going to do right now, what are you going to start doing right now, Tammy?
We are going to say a protection prayer, and then we're going to start playing the Ouija board and see if we can get any responses.
Cool.
Alright, so Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle, be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. Do Alvo by the Prince of the Heavenly Host and the divine power of God, cast into hell Satan and all evil spirits who roam throughout the world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. Only good spirits can come through and speak with us, nothing dark. Is anybody here with us right now? So we got a yes. Can you tell us your name, please? H-A-L-E-M. Halim? Halim? Is that your name? Yes. Okay. Okay. It's moving.
Read it. What was it? What did it spell?
H-A-L-E-M.
Why did it go to no?
Is that anything significant?
No. That's a new one.
All right. It just went to no. And it's spelling B-A-M-A-M-N. Just heard something in the house. N-U. I don't know what that means. That doesn't spell anything. Just went to yes.
Maybe the last name. It's a weird first name. Maybe the last name.
Is that your last name? No. You want to spell that again? Yes. Go for it. I-A-M. Wait, maybe saying I am. Right, is I am, do you mean you are? Okay. So I am M-I-N-G. And I just said yes. I don't know if I want to keep talking to this one. Ooh.
What's wrong?
I don't know if I want to keep talking to this one or not.
What's wrong?
No. What do you want? T-A-M-M-Y. In what way? B-A-B-Y.
Does it want you to be its baby, or does it want you to have its baby?
Give what it's saying. Okay, that's never going to happen.
It's not a ghost.
It's not. We're gonna let you go now, okay?
He actually spelled his name. It actually was a demon.
Okay, why is it that everything that we're getting coming through is that?
There was a lot of activity going on with the board before we started recording. So can you tell everybody listening what was happening before we started recording the session?
Yeah, at first it was spelling out Mama, which is along the lines of Zozo. That's another name for Zozo. And then the second spirit we got was Simon, and then started spelling out some other things, and that ended up being demonic in nature as well.
Yeah, make sure that you explain all that to the audience because they weren't here for the pre-show activity.
Okay, so we went on just to kind of try it out, make sure we were going to get something to come through before the show. We asked if someone was here with us. It said yes. It spelled out mama. We let that go because I know what that means. And then the second spirit that came through said Simon. And I said, what are you here for? And it says, all mom. But old boy says that actually means something demonic. So we let that one go. When from starting the show, we communicated with a Kalem. I don't know how you would pronounce the name, Kalem. And it said it wants me to have its baby. So we let that one go. Okay, I'm going to be very specific in telling you I don't want anything dark coming through this board. I will shut you down as soon as you come across. Is there anyone us? What the dude, shut up right now.
What's going on? Tell us what's happening.
The phone that I was filming on just went out. Hold on, let me plug this in. I don't know if it just died or what. That freaked me out. Yeah, so the phone died. So do you guys have any questions we want us to ask the board? What are you feeling? By the way, Jen is actually a psychic, and so I'm asking her. Usually when she comes to my house, it drains her really bad. She can't stay here for too long. What are you feeling, Jen?
There's a lot of different energies in here, and I feel like they're all standing in line, at the board almost. It's weird.
That makes sense.
And
I feel something.
Ones are ahead because they're demonic and so they knew the board was going to be here. You invited me here. They knew the board was going to be here. They knew the show was going to be here. I almost feel like there's a line. There's a line here.
Well,
that's been here for quite some time because when spirits know that they can communicate, they'll show up. So when you go to talk to a medium,
right?
You invite spirits in and they literally show up. So there's a line at the door at this
basically,
right?
Do you feel anything that's watching you right now?
Yes.
Okay, so there's somebody still here with us that wants to talk to us.
It's not good, whatever it is.
We got a yes. Are you human? We got a yes. What is your name? James. 37. You're 37? You're not 37, are you, James?
I'm 39.
I'm 43. What is his last name?
M-A-S-O-N. James Mason. Why does that name sound so familiar? Didn't we go to high school with a James Mason?
That does sound really familiar.
James Mason, wasn't he a president or something?
No, that was James Madison.
Did Jen and I know you? Yes. We do know you. Did you go to high school with us? Yes.
How did you die?
C-A-R-A.
Accident?
Car accident.
Was somebody drunk?
Yes.
Were you the passenger?
Were you drunk? Yes. Okay. I have chills everywhere right now. And I lit the candle, by the way, guys, and the flame is going crazy. I'm sorry that you got into an accident. Was anybody else in the car with you? Did anybody else get hurt? No one else was in the car with him. Somebody else got hurt. The person that you hit get hurt? Yes. Did they die? No.
You were the only one who died?
Yes. And that's why you're stuck here? Yes. He feels bad. Oh my god, I have chills everywhere. We all make mistakes. And I'm sorry that happened to you. Is there something you want to tell us? Okay, go for it. H-O-U-S-E. House?
Your house?
Okay, keep going. I-S-H-A-U-N-T-E-D.
So he's telling you that the house is haunted.
My house? D-E-M-O-N.
Are you telling us that there's a demon in this house?
Yes.
Is it here all the time?
Yes.
Is that what's scratching people here?
Yes. Has it been with me for a long time? Yes. It's not from this house. No. Has it been with me since I was 12? Yes. Is it with me because of what happened to me when I was 12? Yes. Can I get rid of it? It said yes.
Can you help her?
No. Who can help me? A N G E L.
Angel.
Be more specific.
Angel.
D A D.
Dad?
My dad? He's the one that's protecting me, isn't he? Hold on, guys. Give me a minute. I think about that all the time. He was taken too soon for that reason, wasn't he? Yes. Is he okay with what I do? Yes. Is there anything else you want to tell us, James? H U N G. Hung. What was hung? L A D Y. A lady was hung?
Was it here?
Yes. So you're saying if there was a woman hung in this house. Was it before this house was here? Yes.
Are there things buried under the ground in this house?
Yes. Native American? Yes.
Is there things buried behind that retaining wall back there from the previous tenants?
Yes.
From rituals?
Yes.
Are there animals that were buried back there?
Yes.
Is that why there's so much activity here?
Yes. Does the activity in this house feed the entity that's been with me? Yes. Is it going to hurt me? No. Is it going to hurt anybody here? No. Is it why my cat is sick? Are you still here? Yes. F E A R. Fear. D R I B
Driving.
E S I T. Fear drives it.
What?
Fear drives it. So fear gives it more energy, right? We already know that. So I have to stand my ground. Is there anything else, James? Thank you for coming forward and speaking to us. Bye.
James.
That was crazy.
So you guys knew this gentleman in high school, is that correct?
That's what he says. And the name is really familiar, and
Yeah.
his age does line up
With ours.
with ours. So I'm going to have to look him up somehow. But it's crazy about what he said about my dad, because since my dad died, I've always kind of said, like, he was taken because he had to do work there. So it makes sense that he's protecting me here.
I could tell as soon as that was said that it struck a chord with you. I mean, it really affected you emotionally, and you broke down a little bit. And that really rang true to me. I could feel the raw emotion in that moment.
Definitely. And it makes sense, because it's like, I know something bad is here, and I've been told by mediums and demonologists and, that there is something dark here, and although it messes with me, it hasn't, knock on wood, it hasn't hurt me or done anything, like, extremely bad. But I do feel what's here also made my cat sick because he was fine until we moved into this house.
I wish that we would have asked him about the face that we saw in the doorway the other night. For the audience, we've done a couple of investigations of this house via Skype with Tammy, and during one Skype call, there was a face that appeared in the doorway. And, I mean, it was vivid, it was there, and it freaked us out, to be honest with you. We were like, what is that? But I wish we would have asked him about that.
It was a female last time.
When I showed Jen those pictures, she did pick up a female entity.
I remember the car accident.
And when we did the table tipping the other night, she came through and basically said that
Jada.
Makes sense. So just to kind of bring you guys up to speed, we table tipped the other night, and it basically said that was who was here that night. And what came through to Jennifer, that it was a girl that died. She lived here in Mountain House. She died back in January in a car accident. And that's what she was picking up, that was who was here, and she wants to be crossed over. So I do have some people coming this weekend that's going to cross her over. But we can get validation and go back on the board and see.
Yeah.
Once again, only positive spirits can come through. Is somebody here with us? Yes. What is your name? H E L L E N.
Helen?
Whoa, wait a minute. Helen? Yes. Helen, how old are you? 74. What is your last name, Helen? H U N T. Helen Hunt?
That's an actress.
Is that an actress?
It must just be the same name, because I can assure you that Helen Hunt is still very much alive.
Did you know that we were going to be using this board tonight?
Yes. Can you tell us who was here the other night when I was filming in my house and we saw her in the mirror, or him in the window? Yes. Who was it? J A Y D A. Jada. Why? What happened? What's wrong?
It burned my hand. Your fingers don't get hot?
No. Jada was here. How old is Jada? 20. So it was a girl who died in a car accident. Yes. Okay, so you were right.
Hold on a minute. Jen just said, ouch, it burned my hand, and she yanked her hand away. What burned her hand?
Yeah, why does Jen's hand keep burning? D E M O N. The one that's been with me? Because you say you don't like it when I'm around people like you. Because it only makes me stronger too.
There's a demon right now kicking it there.
He's here all the time.
No, there's more than one.
Yeah, there is.
Just remember, don't forget what I have. I used to be a Wiccan witch for 10 years. So, yeah, there's something else there. It's not just them. It's something new.
How many demons are here with us right now?
3.
Yeah, I just was going to say that there's 3 demons there.
There is.
And it went to 3. So the 2 and then mine.
Is there one that followed me here? Is it the one that was attached to my husband before he died?
No. Who's the third demon? A.
A.
L.
L.
A. M. O. N.
Remember I told you?
Mm-hmm.
And they watch out the window? That's right. It's happening right now. I can feel it. I can almost see it. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Because everything's blurry looking out the window. Like there's something there.
Want to tell us? Please do. H A L L.
Hall?
Which hall? N E X T T O M O M R O O M.
Next to Mom's room.
Mm-hmm. And that I've seen a dark shadow mass in that hallway numerous times. Is that where he stays? Is that the demon? No. I think I know who that is. Can you spell out who it is, please? Michael. Okay, so there's a man named Michael Smith that lived in this house. He was the original owner of this house, and he died of a heart attack in the bathroom. So from my mom's bedroom, you walk straight across the hall, and then there's the bathroom. He died in that bathtub of a heart attack. So Michael's spirit is still here as well. Yes. The people that lived here before me, I know they did rituals and stuff in this house. How many negative entities are they bringing into this home? 8.
How many are still left?
1.
Is that the third demon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I would just move.
You know what's crazy is a lot of people tell me that, why don't you leave? And it's weird. Well, yeah, and it will just follow me, but out of all the homes I've lived in, oddly enough, this is the most comfortable home for me, and it feels like home. Except for, like, my childhood home, of course. But since I've been an adult, this is the first home that's felt like home to me. I still feel safe. I don't know if that sounds crazy or not.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you're going to end up stuck there too. You watch. One day you'll be talking to us from the other end of that board, from that very house.
Well, my plan is to get out of California, so hopefully it won't be.
I'll be like, Tammy, are you here with me?
Leave me alone. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, Helen, is there anything else you'd like to tell us? Thank you for communicating with us. Next in line, let's say yes. What is your name? H A L L.
Is it Michael?
Michael, is this you? Hey. Can we help you? No. Okay.
You were just saying hi?
Yes.
Hi, Michael.
Do you-
Mr. Smith.
Do you want to be crossed over, Michael? Yes.
This weekend?
I can have that happen this weekend. Yes. Okay, so we're crossing Michael and Jada.
Sounds good to me.
All right, Michael. No. No what? D E M O N. Okay. How many times is this?
Are you bothered by the demon that's here?
Yes. Is that why you stay? Do you feel like you're protecting the home? Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
Are you tired of it and just want to cross over?
Yes.
Those eyes are watching you, Tammy. I'm serious, they are.
I feel it. Can I cover that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the misses too.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Hirsch?
He said that the demon is bothering him. In what way is it bothering him? Is it torturing him?
Okay, Michael, does the demon torture you? No. Does his presence bother you? Yes. Because this is your house? Yes. And he wasn't here when you were living here? No. Okay. Is this the demon that the old tenants brought in? Yes.
Now, this Michael Smith is the man who actually lived in this house before Tammy, or originally. Sorry.
Is there anybody watching other than them three?
No. There's something in the dining room.
Yes.
Yeah, and something just shot out from the... We'll have to play this back. 26 minutes.
Yeah, something's watching you.
Something just shot out from me across the board. I saw it on the video. What's in the hallway? Is it human? I mean, in the dining room, I'm sorry. Is it human? Yes. Who is it? M-E. So it's you, Michael? Where do you hang out the most? H-A-L-L-W-A-Y. You're the one that I saw walk out from the room and go into the bathroom, and I thought it was Matt, weren't you? Yes. Okay, guys. So one night, my friend Matt moved in when I first originally moved into this home. He's a big guy. He's probably like, I don't know, 6'1", big guy. And so before my mom lived here, that was his room. And I thought he had walked out and went into the bathroom. But I never saw him come back. So I text him and I'm like, dude, are you in your room? And he's like, I'm sleeping. And I'm like, because I knew I saw something. And then I did find out from my neighbors that Michael Smith, who lived in this home, was also a bigger build guy. So that makes sense. That's who I saw. That's crazy.
So what does he do in the hallway? Does he just stand there? Because to me, that seems like an awfully boring afterlife.
Do you pace the hallway? No. Do you stand by the bedroom?
Are you protecting Linda?
Yes. That makes sense too. My mom's experienced some crazy things in the house as well. Who's in the other hallway that walks by the garage door? So that's you as well. Were you a smoker? Is it your cigarette smell that I smell in that area and in the living room? Yes. Okay, guys, so yes, I smoke, but I don't smoke in my house. I always smoke out front of my house. And sometimes, like, my living room smells really bad of cigarette smoke. And so does the hallway by the garage door. And that bathroom a lot as well.
Did the smoking of the cigarettes have a big part to do with the health of your heart?
Yes.
Is that why she keeps smelling it? Is because that is what contributed to the heart attack?
Yes. Makes sense.
I imagine that the afterlife, that reality, is different than our reality. To us, just standing around in the hall smoking would probably be extremely boring. I wonder if there is more that they can see than what we can see. Is there a lot going on in either different planes of existence or different dimensions that overlap our dimension? Is there more going on there that they can see that we can't see? I would like for him to explain that a little bit if he can. What does he see while he is standing in the hallway?
Michael, what do you see on a daily basis? M Y D E A T H.
My dad?
This can't be residual because he's communicating. Does your death just play over and over every day? Yes. I'm so sorry. We'll definitely get you crossed over this weekend. I don't want you to have to go through that anymore. That's terrible.
Is that a constant thing? Does it happen over and over again all day long or just once daily?
Is reliving your death what happens 24 hours a day?
It only happens at the time of his death.
No. Does it happen at the time you died?
Yes.
Yes. What time did you die, Michael? 3, 2, 8 a.m. Didn't I just tell all of you 3:28 is when I was woken up in my bed shaking? Michael, was that you shaking my bed? You okay?
Trying to get your attention. He didn't realize. See, I think every time he relives it, it's like he's dying every single time. So he comes back. It's like he dies every day.
It's terrible.
And so when he was dying, he was like, his spirit was shaking your bed, trying to warn you to help him in the bathroom.
I would imagine that that is a very panic-inducing and terrifying experience to have to go through every day.
That's a living hell.
Oh, you help him.
I'm so sorry. Oh, that makes me feel so bad.
I wonder if the reason that he has to experience that every day is because of the demon's presence. Is the demon torturing Michael by making him relive his death over and over again every day? Michael said that the demon bothers him, and I bet that's how the demon is bothering him, by making him relive his death over and over again.
Yeah. Is the demon the one keeping you experiencing this experience over and over again? Yes. Makes sense, because they want them to suffer. How do I get rid of this demon, Michael? M-O-M.
Your mom?
My mom? No. Whose mom? A-V.
Shannon?
My sister?
Why?
How would that make any sense? My sister is the one who can get rid of the demon? No. Okay, then why are you bringing her up? A. B. Ava can get rid of the demon?
When Ava is here, is the demon very uncomfortable?
Yes.
Because
Well,
she's innocent.
Gifted, and she's gifted. I know she's gifted.
And she's a healer, so demons don't like that. Like, that's why they drain me.
Is Ava in danger? What was that? Yeah, that right.
Mm-hmm.
We just heard a pop. Sound like it came from the back living room. Okay. Is Ava going to be like me when she's older? Yes, of course. Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell us, Michael? Okay, thank you.
That drained me dry. Like, big time.
Yeah.
That was extremely interesting. And I think we learned something very important there. We learned that a demon will torture a ghost by making them relive their death every day at the time of their death. That's kind of a groundbreaking discovery, I think. I mean, I've never heard of that before. I don't know about you guys, but I never have. As far as I know, that is a piece of information that is brand new to the paranormal world.
Right, I haven't either. But I know, like, now see, demons can manipulate human spirits into making, like, so say a medium comes into a house and there is a human spirit here. The demon will hide itself in that human spirit so that the medium or demonologist or someone who can sense demonic entities will be blindsided by that, and they won't be able to sense what's there. But I've never really heard of the fact that they, like you said, can make them suffer like that. What's wrong, Jennifer?
Something right here. It's making me sweat.
Yep, I can feel it. Whatever it is, it doesn't like Jennifer.
I'm like warm, hot right here.
Yeah, I can feel it.
My left side, I'm just like burning.
Something wants her out of the house.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to notice something here. Notice that the spirit did not volunteer that information. We had to pry it out of him through questioning. So maybe the reason that we've never heard of this happening before is because nobody has ever thought to ask about it before. I mean, that wasn't something that he wanted to tell us. I was sitting there listening, and that idea just kind of popped into my head, so I asked it. And if I hadn't thought to ask that, then he would have never told us about the demon and what it was doing to him. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it definitely is. I'm going to close the board out there because she's getting really affected.
Yeah, I can feel it.
All right. We're any communication, any spirits that have come through must leave now. Thank you for communicating with us. Goodbye. Saint Michael, the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke and we humbly pray. Be thou by the prince of the heavenly host, the divine power of God, cast into hell Satan and all evil spirits, serve throughout the world, seeking their souls. Amen. Amen. It's really affecting her.
Well, you know what? We got a lot on this episode, so we don't have to go over an hour. So you want to call it?
Definitely. And I'm feeling like we had all these issues because maybe what's here didn't want us to get some of those answers. Or
Possible.
Trying to avoid the whole situation.
Okay. You're probably right on that. That's what it sounds like. Like something didn't want us to do the show, and that's how it felt. So you got anything to shout out there, Tammy?
Just thanks for listening, and without you guys listening, we wouldn't have a show.
And so there you have it. That was the Ouija board session that we did at Tammy G's house with the spirits that were there. And this is me live again, by the way, just so there's no confusion. I think that we learned some very, very important things from that session. And the reason I wanted to share it with all of you. First of all, we learned that when the spirits know that there's going to be an outlet for them to communicate with us or with people, that they will show up. We had spirits that came to the board that night that did not ordinarily reside in that house, which to me was very, very interesting. They wanted to get their message out. They wanted to communicate, and we gave them an opportunity to do so. And to a worldwide audience, too, which is kind of cool for them. We made them famous, I guess. The second thing we learned is that the spirit of Michael that lives there, who was the original owner of the home, he stayed behind to try to protect the home and to protect Tammy's mother, who lives there as well, from this demon that was there. Now, when he originally stayed behind, it was to protect the house because the demon wasn't there yet. The demons came because of the former tenants that did rituals and stuff in the home. So once the demon arrived, he continued to stay on to try to protect them from that demon. But now he wants to be crossed over because he's just tired of the torture, basically. Which I can't say that I blame him. Having to relive your death over and over again every night has got to be horrible. But we learned that these spirits are capable of intelligent thought and intelligent decision making. He chose to stay, and now he's choosing to leave. It's very interesting as well. And finally, the last thing we learned, which I think is potentially groundbreaking, is that in this home you have a demon that is torturing the spirit of a human, a ghost. And the demon is torturing this ghost by making him relive his death every day at the time of his death. Which is something that I had never heard of. And I asked several people in the field after this took place. I asked them if they had ever heard of this before, if this was something that demons are known to do. I spoke with other paranormal investigators, and I spoke with a few demonologists. And every one of them told me the same thing, which is that they had never heard of this before. That this was something brand new to them, that they had no knowledge of it. So to me, that means that this is a pretty important discovery that we made that night. Is that demons, we know that demons can torture human souls in hell. But now we know that demons can also torture human spirits in the place that they're haunting, which is both groundbreaking and brand new and, quite frankly, terrifying to think about. My heart breaks for this poor man who has to go through this every night. Tammy and Jennifer had some friends come, some people that are in the business that are going to help cross these people over so they won't have to deal with that anymore. So in a way, this story has a happy ending. Tammy still lives in the home. She is going to be moving soon to a whole other state. So she will not be there for too much longer. But I urged her jokingly to just move during the Ouija board session. But in a way, I'm not joking, because that to me seems like a very dangerous situation. Tammy is a paranormal investigator. She does this stuff for a living, and she has more knowledge about this situation than I do. But to everybody listening at home, I would say if you're dealing with a situation like this, just get away from it. Because it does not seem to me like it is a wise idea to stick around in the home. But I'd like to thank Tammy, and I'd like to thank Jennifer for inviting us to do that Ouija board session with them that night. And I know that they're listening tonight, and I just want to say thank you to you guys. I think it made a pretty good show. And to the spirits that spoke to us that night, now the entire world has heard what you have to say. So I hope that brings you some sort of comfort. And I hope that whatever you were trying to get across, you got across. I hope that you guys all enjoyed this show. It was a big risk to do this, because you never know in an investigation what you're going to get. Sometimes you'll go to a location and you will be there for hours and hours and hours and get nothing. Sometimes I've seen the Ouija board pulled out and absolutely nothing happens. No spirits come to the board. There's nothing going on. This time there was a lot of activity, and we knew before we started recording that there was going to be a lot of activity, because Tammy and Jennifer had started working the board a little bit before we started recording to make sure that we were going to have some kind of activity so we didn't waste our time. But I think that it turned out really well, and I hope you guys liked it. We're not really going to do shout-outs tonight like we would normally do, but I'll just give you the links real quick. The YouTube channel is youtube.com/James Hershey Jr. That's where you can see all of our old shows and a bunch of different evidence videos and stuff like that we put up there. We have a online merchandise store. It is teespring.com/store/staring into the abyss. That is where you can find all of the Staring into the Abyss merch. There are t-shirts, posters, canvas prints, leggings, hoodies, cell phone cases, tote bags, pillows, you name it. If you want it, I'm pretty sure it'll be there for you. There's a ton of different stuff. I'm always coming up with new designs and putting them up there. So keep checking back. There's going to be new merch all the time. And if you guys are into merch, because I've had a lot of people, the reason I did this is I had a lot of people that would message us and ask us about t-shirts, ask us about posters. They wanted to buy merch. They wanted Staring into the Abyss merchandise. So that's why I did the store. That's why I designed all this merch, so that for the people that want the Staring into the Abyss gear, now there's a place to go to get it. And once again, it is teespring.com. That is teespring.com/store/staring into the abyss. We ordered a little bit from that store to check the quality, and the quality is good, and the prices are decent too. So I hope you guys enjoy that for the ones that wanted it. And just, once again, thank you guys so much for all the love and all the support that you give us. Believe me, we greatly appreciate it. And until we speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do we. Bye-bye.